Charlie Woods just faced the biggest setback of his young career. During a crucial junior tournament, he was disqualified for multiple rule violations, shocking fans and raising serious concerns about his future in the sport. With the weight of his father's legacy on his shoulders, the question now is, can Charlie bounce back from this, or is his career already at risk? When you think of a junior golf tournament, you imagine young talent stepping onto the course with excitement, dreams, and a passion for the sport. That was exactly the scene last weekend when some of the best junior golfers gathered for an important competition. The tournament was supposed to be a showcase of skill, discipline, and the next generation of golfing stars. The weather was perfect, the greens were smooth, and the energy was electric. Spectators, many of them parents, coaches, and golf enthusiasts, lined the fairways, eager to watch the rising stars in action. Among them was one young player who had been the center of attention long before he even teed off, Charlie Woods. Charlie isn't just any junior golfer. He carries one of the biggest names in golf, Woods. As the son of the legendary Tiger Woods, expectations for him have always been sky high. Every swing he takes, every putt he attempts, is watched closely. Not just by fans, but by critics who are eager to compare him to his father. And up until this tournament, Charlie had been handling the pressure well. He had already shown impressive skills, proving that golf talent runs in the family. But this time, the story didn't unfold as expected. Instead of making headlines for a spectacular performance, Charlie found himself in the middle of a controversy that shocked the golf world. The trouble started during the second round of the tournament. Reports say Charlie committed multiple rule violations, something that's taken very seriously in golf. One of the biggest mistakes was improper conduct on the course, though officials didn't immediately specify the details. In addition to that, he was accused of delaying play, which disrupted the tournament schedule. Golf, as a sport, is built on precision, patience, and rules that leave little room for error. Every player, no matter how young or talented, is expected to follow these rules to ensure fair competition. Unfortunately, Charlie's actions went against these expectations, forcing tournament officials to step in. As the violations added up, the officials had no choice but to disqualify him. When the announcement was made, it sent shockwaves through the tournament. Spectators were stunned, not just because of what happened, but because of who was involved. The son of one of the greatest golfers of all time had just been disqualified from a junior tournament, a moment no one saw coming. Reactions came quickly. Some fans were in disbelief, struggling to process what had just unfolded. Others were frustrated, feeling that the young golfer should have been more careful. Golf officials stood firm on their decision, emphasizing the importance of the sport's strict rules. Meanwhile, social media exploded with opinions. Some people criticized Charlie, arguing that being the son of a golf legend didn't give him a pass to bend the rules. Others defended him, saying that he's still young and learning, and that mistakes are part of the process. But the biggest question on everyone's mind wasn't just about Charlie. It was about how his father, Tiger Woods, would react to the situation. Tiger Woods was there watching everything unfold. As a father, he was there to support his son. But as a golf legend, he understood the importance of discipline, respect for the game, and playing by the rules. When Charlie was disqualified, Tiger didn't storm off or argue aggressively with officials. Instead, witnesses described him as calm but firm. He had a conversation with the tournament officials, likely to understand exactly what had happened and why the decision was made. But even though he was composed, it was clear that this was a tough moment for him. Tiger has always been known for his discipline and deep respect for the traditions of golf. This situation wasn't just about a rule violation. It was about what kind of golfer and person Charlie would grow up to be. After the incident, Tiger made a statement, and his words carried a powerful message. He expressed disappointment about what happened, but stressed the importance of learning from mistakes. Golf is a game of integrity, he said. As hard as this moment is, it's a lesson in accountability and growth. Charlie will come out stronger from this. His words weren't just about golf, they were about life. Everyone makes mistakes, and setbacks are inevitable. But what truly matters is how a person responds to them. Tiger didn't try to use his influence to change the tournament's decision. He didn't make excuses for his son. Instead, he used the situation as a teaching moment, emphasizing accountability. something that is crucial not just in sports but in any competitive field. For Charlie Woods, this was more than just a disqualification. It was a moment that highlighted the immense pressure he faces as the son of one of golf's greatest players. Imagine trying to follow in the footsteps of a living legend. Every time Charlie steps onto a golf course, people aren't just watching to see if he plays well. They're watching to see if he plays like Tiger Woods. That kind of expectation is overwhelming. It's one thing to deal with competition, but it's another to deal with the constant comparisons to a father who has set records, won countless tournaments, and changed the game of golf. No matter what Charlie does, there will always be critics questioning if he's good enough, or if he'll ever reach the same level of greatness as his father. But Charlie isn't alone in this struggle. Many children of famous athletes have experienced the same pressure. Studies have shown that young athletes with famous parents often face intense psychological challenges. The burden of living up to a parent's legacy can create stress, anxiety, and sometimes even burnout. It's not just about talent, it's about handling the mental and emotional challenges that come with the spotlight. This situation also raises a bigger conversation about young athletes in competitive sports. Should we expect perfection from them just because of their family name? Or should they be given space to make mistakes, learn, and develop their own identity? The truth is, setbacks like this are often the foundation for future success. Some of the greatest athletes in history have faced major failures early in their careers. Michael Jordan didn't make his high school basketball team on his first try. Serena Williams lost her first professional tennis match in under an hour. These moments didn't define their careers. Instead, they fueled their determination to come back stronger. Charlie's story isn't over. He's still young, and this disqualification doesn't mean his career is at risk. If anything, it's a wake-up call, a chance for him to grow, to mature, and to prove that he's not just Tiger Woods' son, but a golfer in his own right. With the right mindset, he can use this setback as motivation to improve his game and show the world that he's serious about his future in golf. Unlike some sports where referees constantly monitor and call out infractions, golf relies heavily on the honesty and discipline of its players. That is what makes it different. Every golfer, whether they are a weekend hobbyist or a professional on the PGA Tour, is expected to know the rules and follow them without needing someone to enforce them. That is why Charlie Woods' disqualification was such a big deal. It was not just about breaking a few rules. It was about a young golfer learning one of the most important lessons in the sport. In golf, the rules exist for a reason. They ensure that every player competes on an even playing field, no matter their skill level, age, or background. From amateur tournaments to the Masters, everyone follows the same guidelines. These rules cover everything, from how to take a penalty drop to the time allowed between shots. Golfers are expected to understand them and play within those boundaries, even when no one is watching. That is why golf has long been considered the ultimate sport of honor. The greatest players in history, from Jack Nicklaus to Tiger Woods, have built their reputations not just on their talent, but on their respect for the game's traditions and standards. Charlie's rule violations, whether intentional or not, went against those principles. Improper conduct on the course and delays that disrupted the event schedule may seem like small things to some, but in golf, they matter. Even small mistakes in following the rules can change the course of a game. The golfing community does not make exceptions, even for the son of a legend like Tiger Woods. If anything, Charlie's last name made the situation even more noticeable, adding extra pressure on him to set an example. The consequences of rule violations in golf can be serious, especially for young players like Charlie who are trying to make a name for themselves. While this disqualification will not end his career, it does come with potential long-term effects. For starters, it damages his reputation. Golf is a sport where credibility and character matter just as much as ability. When a player is known for not following the rules, it raises questions about their discipline and sportsmanship. That is the last thing any young golfer wants, especially someone who is already under a microscope. Beyond reputation, there is also the issue of lost opportunities. Many junior golfers dream of getting scholarships, invitations to bigger tournaments, and sponsorship deals as they move up in the sport.